Have you ever wondered why people come up with some of the things they come up with? I mean, you know, you talk to people and they're like, well, I can't do that. I don't want to do this. And, I mean, to the point where they're whining and crying and then they come up with, well, I'm too dumb, or I'm too stupid, or I don't have enough experience. Do you know that anything in life, if you start off small, you can accomplish great things? And 90% of what you accomplish is done from here. If you tell yourself, I'm too dumb, or I'm too, I'm not good enough, I don't have enough experience, that's what you're gonna always have to fall back on as an excuse. But you have to be able to think, I can do it. I got that because I've been arguing with my son. He's only 11, but he's going through teenage puberty kind of years already, and everything is too hard. He's not good enough. He can't do it because he's got ADHD or whatever the case is. I mean, there's 1,000 excuses. And I know that there's other people out there that are like that. And maybe I'm like that to some extent. Maybe I grew up that way. I remember my mom saying, you always got to think on the positive side. Well, when I was growing up, I didn't really think on the positive side. And, he's got these great, big, grand ideas of what he should do and how he should do it. And yet, when it comes to the small things, he doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't want to take one small step towards the big thing. So I have this chore to do where I rein him in from the huge thing that he is looking at and say, well, you got to start here. And then, at the same time he's saying that he wants this big, huge thing, he is saying, well, I'm too dumb and I'm too stupid and I don't know enough to do this little thing. And I'm like, well, you got to start somewhere. But in reality, where you got to start is right here, where you're thinking. If you don't have your mind right, it doesn't matter what you're going to try to accomplish. It's not going to happen. You have to believe with, like the faith of Abraham or Isaac or Jacob or Enoch. You have to believe that God put you in this life to do something and to do it well and to do it right. And he says, do not despise the days of small things. So, yes, you have to start small. You don't have to stay small, but take things a little bit at a time until you get to where you want to be, to where your imagination and your mind is taking you. God didn't put you here to go, poor, pitiful me. I'm sorry. I just have this big argument and frustration because I know people can do things when they put their mind to it, because I have. You know, the last 2 jobs that I had for 6 years apiece so far. And before I started them, I had never done that job before. I just decided, look, I can do it. And so I did it. Anyway, for anybody out there that is feeling like they aren't good enough, or that they're too stupid, or whatever the case is, they're not smart enough to do that thing that they want to do, whether it's gardening or speaking on stage or being a musician or any one of, being the CEO of a company. You got it in you. You can do it, like the water boy said. But it starts with taking small steps. Take small steps in the direction that you want to go in. They say that 90% of accomplishing something is from up here. Only 10% is skill and ability. Anyway, that's my 2 cents for the day. Thanks for watching. God bless, and see you next time.